Everyone, I want to call to order the regular city council meeting for November 2nd, 2022. And ask you all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, and we'll have invocation by Old Lady McDowell. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Lord God, we thank you for blessing us to see another day. We ask you, Lord, to come into our council chambers. Bless this council as we conduct the city of Markham business, and everything that we do, it is done in your name, in decent and order. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Roll call, please.
Mayor Akawa.
Here.
Alderman Barron.
Present.
Alderman Lady Hampton Hauser.
Present.
Alderman Jones.
Present.
Alderman Lady McDowell.
Present.
We have a quorum.
Approval of minutes, regular city council meeting minutes for October 5th, 2022.
I make a motion to approve regular city council meeting minutes for October 5th, 2022.
Second.
Motion by Old Lady McDowell, second by Alder Lady Hampton for approval of regular city council meeting minutes from October 5th, 2022. Question? Roll call?
Alderman Jones.
Yes.
Alderman Lady McDowell.
Yes.
Alderman Lady Hampton Hauser.
Yes.
Alderman Barron.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Approval of regular city council meeting minutes for October 19th, 2022. Yes.
I make a motion that we approve the minutes for October 19th, 2022, as presented.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Barron, second by Alder Lady Hampton for approval of regular city council meeting minutes for October 19th, 2022. Question? Roll call?
Alderman Lady McDowell.
Yes.
Alderman Jones.
Yes.
Alderman Lady Hampton Hauser. Yes. Alderman Barron.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Authorization claims and accounts, the bill list?
Powell.
Yes.
I make a motion that we approve the authorization claims and accounts for November 2nd, 2022, which reads as follows. Corporate, $641,503.41. Water and sewer, $255,650.23. Solid waste, $36,189.47. We have motor fuel, $54,399.83. The Markham Senior Living Complex, $16,237.59. Roller rink, $6,080.31. We have 660 Highway, $1,800 even. Tip Interstate Crossing, $843.75. We also have Tiff Jevitt Business Park, $15,394.05. Which gives us a total of $1,028.98. $1,028,098.64. We have manual checks. We have manual checks in a total of $2,351.25, which gives us a grand total of $1,030,449.89.
Motion by Alder Lady Hampton, second by Alderman Jones for approval of bill list, authorization, claims, and accounts. Question? Roll call?
Alderman Barron.
Yes.
Alderman Lady McDowell.
Yes.
Alderman Jones.
Yes.
Alderman Lady Hampton Hauser.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, we'll go over to city clerk's report.
I have one announcement I'd like to read, and then I have a business license. City of Markham residents free leaf pickup, November 7th through December 1st. No garbage service will be on November 24th due to Thanksgiving. After December 1st, leaves and yard waste will not be picked up. Pickup will resume April 3rd, 2023, and will require a yard waste sticker. All leaves and yard waste must be in paper bags. Plastic bags will not be picked up. Bags will be picked up on your scheduled garbage day only. Any questions? Call Public Works Department at 708-331-4905, extension 256.
Excuse me, let me just make clarification that I'm understanding exactly what you're saying. So you're saying that there's no stickers are required for the free leaf pickup?
No,
No stickers are
no
required?
stickers are required.
Okay, and you said there's no service on November 24th, that's on that Thursday.
Due to Thanksgiving.
Okay, so we still have 3 weeks out of the month of November to place leaves out with no stickers.
Correct.
Was that included today, because today was the first day?
It starts November 7th.
7th, okay, starting November 7th. Thank you.
You're welcome. I have a business license for Goddess Sculpting Studio.
Is anybody here from Goddess Studio tonight? Okay, I know that Mr. Champion and Old Lady McDowell have discussed matters with them. I imagine we want to give them an opportunity to be here. Did you want to move this to the next meeting? Is that what you want to do, or they're not here tonight?
It's your call. I think you know, it's under your guidance.
Well, I mean, I was going to make a couple of statements, but I know that you both indicated to me that there wasn't enough information for them to proceed. Maybe we take no action and they take whatever they need to do. That we're not going to move on it.
Correct.
So I mean, they'd just be wasting their time unless they can bring in everything they need. So Mr. Champion maybe can reach out to them and let them know that no action was taken. It's probably good for them. They can go back to the drawing board because what they have is not suitable.
All right.
So
Okay.
let's just do that.
All right.
Is that okay, Old Lady?
That's fine.
Okay, thank you.
So would that be required, is that the bottom line saying we're just gonna table it?
It's not
Or
tabled. We're
it's
just not going to take
tabled?
any
We're not
action.
taking no action tonight, okay.
Yeah, so they've got to come back and see Mr. Champion and get with the old lady about getting all the ducks in a row.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Okay,
That's
Madam
all I
Clerk?
have to say.
Okay, under the mayor's report, just 2 things. There's no report. Yeah. Under the mayor's report, I'm not leaving them out on purpose. Move right on, you know. Okay, under the mayor's report, just everyone heard about leaves and cleanup and that kind of thing. We want to continue down that line. I know that Public Works is definitely pressing to get things cleaned up, and now it's a little bit easier to get some of the brush and some of the things that are out there. So we're going to be working on that quite a bit. And we're just in that month with the leaves and storm drains, and so the street sweep will be out quite a bit as well, wherever the curbs are at. So with that, that's it that I had tonight. Mr. Champion, under the administrative.
Yeah, just real quick, Mayor. The city of Markham is still going after active grants regarding infrastructure, whether that's roads or sewer or water line replacement. So we have some grants that are actually in the pipeline now. So hopefully, I'm looking forward to us getting awarded a few grants, hopefully. There's a tourism grant out that we think that could be useful for the city of Markham as well, that can help with a lot of the community events. So the Department of Commerce have released several notice of funding opportunities. So we're going to continue to pursue grants. Also, on the economic development side, we are still interviewing businesses, viable businesses for the city of Markham. Also, in regards to the housing redevelopment program, spoke with our legal department earlier today. We're still finalizing some of the legal matters pertaining to some of the residential properties, and once those legal matters are finalized, then we will be reintroducing a housing redevelopment program and interviewing developers at that time. So kind of stay tuned. Mayor, that concludes my
Oh, okay, I
report.
just left one thing out. For whatever it's worth, it's a political season, so I was with a couple of other mayors in the township, supervisor for Bremen yesterday with the governor. So we were in a couple different places. We had lunch together. Again, I say for what it could be worth. So I certainly, along with a couple of other mayors, mentioned, and certainly the Bremen supervisor mentioned the different infrastructure issues to the governor that we're all facing in these communities with, aging and crumbling infrastructure in these communities. So he did point us in the direction of where some funding may be at.
Correct.
I told Mr. Champion to get with our lobbyists, and we're going to go where he said go. That's what he said. So.
Right, and I did have a chance to talk with the lobbyists, but just like I thought when I spoke with you, we've already pursued those grant opportunities.
We did?
Right.
Okay, there you have it. So
Yeah.
maybe it was what it is sometimes. So I just thought I'd mention it. So,
Yeah.
so that's all I have then. So we'll go over to aldermanic and ward reports. Good evening, Alderman Jones.
Yes, I wanted to piggyback off with Derek Chimney about the Amazon hiring. Did anything come of that?
Well, the only thing that they reached out to us, like I had mentioned the last council meeting, they have not rescheduled a date for us to put out yet. So they're still trying to confirm a particular date. They had a conflict last month, but so we're hoping that we can get a date soon. So, so I'm waiting on the response, Alderman.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. If people are interested, I know this is the season of Christmas, so
Yes.
I think we're hiring,
Right.
thing right now.
And I think I think I sent something to you guys last month where they had a hiring event, but I think it was at another location somewhere in maybe Madison or University Park. I can't, but one of those. So, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Also, to piggyback off the clerk and the mayor, leaf pickup. Now, I've been noticing that you all have been brushing your leaves in the street. You've been brushing your leaves in the street. The street sweeper is not designed to pick up those leaves. It's not designed that way. People keep asking me, well, they keep bypassing my leaves. It's not designed to pick up your leaves, people. Put them in the bags. It's very, very clear what you have to do. You put them in brown paper bags. All right, you're gonna burn out streets for hours, pay $200,000 for that thing. It can't pick them up. They just can't do it. All right, so please put them in bags. Do not put them in the street. It doesn't work that way. All right. Secondly, Markham Park District, great job on the Halloween hunt. I mean, once again, the commissioners, the employees, the staff, awesome job. Even Rick came in with an outfit, I knew his walk. I knew who he was, but it was the T, I mean, great participation. You all did a wonderful job. Once again, I can't commend you all enough with the park district doing what you all do. Last but not least, if any of y'all win the Powerball, remember me and remember the city of Markham. $1 billion. All right. $1 billion too. All right. That'll end my report, Mayor.
That'll fix the streets.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
Okay, good evening, Alderman Barron.
I'd like to echo the same thing as Alderman Jones. I know the city had a big hand in what happened with the Halloween celebration, but it was just absolutely fabulous. And what I like about it is the kids are all in a secure area. They did a beautiful job. I understand that we got our first out. So I'm hoping that before the weather turns bad, that we can get some of these ditches and some of these field areas that we haven't been able to do it a good one.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yep.
And that'll be it for now.
Okay, very good. Good evening, Lady Hampton.
I'm just gonna follow suit and make it quick too, Mayor. I do want to say, in my new ward as well, the ward that I inquired as well on California, I actually had the opportunity to make sure that we can get that easement area cleaned out all down through California, so we'll be moving forward as well, as long as the weather permits. Also, we have been tackling a lot of our vacant homes as well, and have had the opportunity to clean up quite a few of those as well. So as long as the weather permits, we'll still be out there doing what we need to do. Also, we know that October was Cancer Awareness Month. We had the opportunity here at City Hall, with the Markham Media, with the help of Rick and Mike, we did a 3-series segment on Cancer Awareness Month. So I would love for you all to get an opportunity to watch the 3 series. Will probably be a little shocked and amazed on how cancer actually ran through our city hall a little bit with some individuals here as well. And I've had the opportunity, including myself, have had the opportunity to actually sit down and just have some good dialogue in reference to cancer, the perspective that we receive from the medical field as well. So it's going to be, it's very, very good information. Please get an opportunity to watch it. You can watch it on the Markham Media Comcast TV, Channel 4, also on ATT Uverse TV on Channel 99. Also, it will be airing series 1, 2, and 3 at 10 a.m., 1 p.m., 7 p.m., and 11:30 p.m. on November 10th, 12th, 13th, November 16th through the 19th. It would also be in the South Suburban News as well, just a nice little segment in reference to cancer as well. And it's so important that we get pre-screened, so please take that opportunity to do that. Kudos again also on the Markham Park District, and Mayor, that concludes my report.
Thank you, Alderlady Hampton. Good evening, Alderlady McDowell.
Good evening, Mayor, City Council, and all residents present on this evening. In the second war, my condolences go out to 2 of our families. We lost 2 families, actually 3, 2 on Sunday, and all 3 of them passed on Sunday. Cedric McClendon, his memorial will be this Friday at the Park District. Miss Ruby Miller, who was a 48-year resident in Markham, her wake will be Saturday at Leakin Sun from 4 to 6, and her funeral will be on Sunday at St. Mark between 1 and 2. Mayor, 2932 Sherwood. I got some complaints over there. Behind that house, there's 2 sewer drains. One of the houses backing up, and the leaves are going down in it, but they're asking to see if there's any way the city can come and rot that out. I didn't even know it was 2 big, huge drains in the back of that house, but they're looking for some help over there.
Okay, let's you and I get together.
Okay, and
29 what?
it's in the back of 2932 Sherwood.
Okay.
Okay, there was a lot of dumping going on Wishanar. I received a call from one of the residents over there. Thank you, Public Works, that went over and took care of that. If you see anyone with big black garbage bags, people are dumping all of their leaves wherever they can dump them. So just please call the police department. I want to thank our police chief. On last council meeting, Chief Genius got up and gave a community report. Well, I'm happy to say today they have been able to apprehend that individual, and they was able to get him on Plymouth. So thank you, Chief, for the hard work him and the police department did. They put out letters, alerts to every home in Canterbury, and they was able, I think it was last week, they was able to get the young man. Also, those that live on Sherwood, I will be putting out postcards. They are going to start that easement all in the back. I was over there for the last couple of days, and the guys will have to pull all of that stuff in the front. So I will be putting out a postcard to everyone on Sherwood, letting them know what we're doing over there with that easement. Also, those that live in Canterbury, all of your path walks are gonna look absolutely beautiful when we get through. They're getting ready to start gutting all of those out. So get ready for a really nice new look in your Canterbury area. And that's the end of my report. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Alderman John. I'm glad you mentioned something, as far as the police were concerned. They've had several, things that they've really been successful with. Bad things that have happened, they've made some good out of it. I'll visit with Chief Hewlett to make sure that I spread that to the council and to the public, especially when we're successful like that. It just takes neighbors speaking about what's happening in the neighborhood. You see something, you say something. See something about making it out. We'll make sure that we get some more information. Chief, you can give us those things. I know that we want to get the information out there, and that's really how it made it successful. So, thank you. So we'll go over to public session. And is there a motion to?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Okay.
Jerome Cooper.
Good evening.
Mayor, on October 3rd, we had a meeting with North Ward residents with tax issue, property tax issue. You guys mentioned during that meeting with Chris Cady, would you be willing to reach out with some TIF relief from the TIF council? I was wondering what the status is of having a meeting or reaching out to the residents over there. Let's see if we can get some help over there, because I don't know if you're aware, we have another vacancy. A young girl bought her father's house, her and her girlfriend at the corner of Millard, and she received her tax bill, her mortgage went up, she can't afford it, so she gave it back to the bank. They left. It's another empty house. And talk on the street over there was, there's going to be about 5 or 6 more. Some of their mortgages that went up $800. People are just going to walk away. So we need to address this situation. Otherwise, you're going to have a bunch of vacant houses. We can't even, you know, the ones you looked at that, I don't know if that's ever going to get knocked down on Millard, that one that's leaning, 15611, that I met you in the evening, looking at, but we need to address this problem.
Well, I would just say this much to you, Mr. Cooper, is that it's a little bit more complex than just saying that the TIF is the answer, because that's not the answer in itself. We have several TIFs, and, and it's unfortunate that people are losing their homes, and I don't think it's just for that reason alone. It might be the one that you know about. And we've had this going on for years, and it hasn't been at the TIF, and it's at the pleasure of the city council to decide what happens with TIFs and whether we grant them or give them or not. That's how that works. So it's collectively off the city council of how the TIFs are managed. That's how it works. And so that's the best I can tell you, is that I would myself not be against trying to rebate the TIF. I live here, I'm a resident, I'd be rebated as well, but I don't really see where that would benefit the community, because TIFs are designed to create incentive, and that's what it's doing. And this latest TIF, we haven't even realized what the TIF is going to do to anything or anybody. That latest TIF has no effect on anything. It could have something effect in the future, but it basically had a bigger effect to bring 3,000 jobs. That's what it did. And the trade-off, that's just some of the trade-off that the council has to make to try to decide how to deal with whether we offer those things or not. That's what we get elected to do. We have to try to balance out what's going to be good business, what's gonna be good for residents, and try and make some sense about it. So that's how that works.
So the other thing is, you're saying it's good for Markham. You guys are giving out business licenses to single-family homes, right? And single-family homes that are areas that are zoned for single-family living. Instead of making them rent some of our commercial property that's empty, we're giving out business license to people that operate businesses out of single-family homes.
Yeah, well, they constitutionally can do that, and there's nothing to bar them from doing that as long as they don't go against the zoning code to do it. And they're not impeding on the zoning code. I mean, if I have an internet business, or I have a telephone business, or if I have something in my garage, then it's not impeding on anything in the city. When it becomes cumbersome and a nuisance to the community, that's when we'll intervene. We don't have the authority or the right to, get in the middle of someone running a business.
Yeah, that's why I'm questioning, because I mean, most of the people that come up here that want to run a business, like this last one that didn't show, want to run a business out of their house. The people that live on either side, that don't come to this meeting, they get no say so. If they start having cars parking and it becomes a nuisance.
Well, that's what we investigate those things, Mr. Cooper. We look at the application, we got the building department, the administrator, myself, the alderman. We review all of that before they even get here. We have a whole process way before they get here about what they're gonna do. And then we collectively, that's why we vote on whether that is or not. All of the aldermen are very informed about what's in their packages, and they read those things ahead of time. They visit the sites.
Okay, well, we just wanted to question because it's always waived and we have no idea.
Yeah, waiving, Mr. Cooper, is just merely a time matter. That's all it is. We don't need to reread a whole document just like that. It's available to you all as the public, or you can call your alderman or whoever you like to, if you want to get that document. It's all on the record for you to read it, but we waive it for the sake of, absolutely, every meeting, all these things are posted where you can go read what we waived. We only do that for the sake, we'd be here all night if we'd be reading things, Mr. Cooper. That's why we don't. We waive those readings so we can move on with business. Most of us have read it already. So what we're doing is a formality. That's all that waiving means. So we're not keeping anything from the public. You can go, everything is posted on the website. The clerk posts all of the minutes and everything that is passed and all the ordinances and that. So
Ordinances are sent to be codified, but they will be put on there.
Right.
It's in the process right now. It does not occur.
It's
Right.
just a lot of hoops to jump through to find out. But, all right, so you're saying basically, as far as you guys take a look at some relief, just a no-go. The residents over here, I'm not hurt myself. I want my own people.
well, that's good. Maybe you can help some of those people you know. I've certainly tried to help some of those people and tell them who I've used to appeal. I've told a lot of people who I
You
use.
can do it yourself.
I used to do my own. I stopped doing my own.
But as far as the levy between the different neighborhoods,
Well, there's no difference in,
it's very unfair.
there's no difference in the terms of what we levy. We levy across the board. When we do a budget, the budget here for the city is levied across the board. There's no differences of sections of town. Levy is in general for. Well, I'm telling you, when we levy here from the city of Markham, we levy for police, we levy for fire protection. It's across the board. There's a difference in the way that they deal with you at the county, but there's no difference for how we levy. We have one flat levy for what we levy for in terms of what the city's need is to provide service. That's how that works. However, whatever they do, you can talk to them about their formula. I'm telling you I'm telling you what we,
3 minutes.
I'm telling you what we do here, Mr. Cooper. That's how it works, okay? All right, thank you. Anybody else?
Oh, Mayor, I'm sorry, one quick thing, just a little correction. He mentioned that the company that we just did not take action on tonight, they're not a home-based company. They're going into a particular building, so they're not a home-based company.
Oh, no,
So he
right.
stated that they were home-based, but they're not.
Right.
And just to speak to that a little bit more, I don't think the council will approve any business that they thought was going to be a nuisance to the neighborhoods. I think that Mr. Cooper, a lot of businesses went under because they couldn't afford to be in a brick and mortar. And every home-based business is not a nuisance.
We ride through the whole city, Mr. Cooper. We ride through the whole city. So we're pretty aware of what's happening citywide, not just the fourth ward, every ward. So, Mr. Champion, are you good?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. All right, is there a motion to close the meeting to the public?
So moved.
Okay,
Make a motion to close the meeting to the public.
oh, that's just one of the second, okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Okay, is there a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn, Mayor.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Good night, everyone.